Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw. And tonight's episode is a episode that we are just literally 2 weeks away from a big-time Clash at the Castle pay-per-view. But tonight, we have Dolph Ziggler, the show-off, coming out here taking on Rey Mysterio. And in this upcoming matchup, this is going to be Rey Mysterio's first matchup ever since, his son turned his back on him just a couple weeks ago. And we heard from Dominik Mysterio last week mentioning just a bunch of cool stuff, which you hate to see, honestly. For his son to talk about him that way, it was absolutely shame for a man that is ultimately respected by everybody. Rey Mysterio, we know, would do anything for his son. And for Dominik Mysterio to go and do what he did was absolutely horrendous. But now tonight, he'll get himself some action. We'll see how he is. We'll see if he's 100%. Because this is a big-time matchup. We'll see if, Rey Mysterio can think clearly. Dominik Mysterio is here tonight backstage. I have seen him. So we'll kind of have to wait and see how that's going to be faring tonight. Because, for Rey, he's got to get himself back into that thinking process of, okay, hey, I got to move on from my son here. Do I want to? Of course not. But, it's a bunch of harsh words, and obviously Rey Mysterio doesn't want to do anything to, harm his son, and would never ever hurt his son on purpose. But, there's going to be a point in time where Rey Mysterio has to fight back. As referee rings that bell, here we go. Mysterio may have been trying to go for off the ropes there for a split second, but Dolph Ziggler, hey, he's trying to keep Rey Mysterio from hitting that Lucha Libre stuff, just running around, springboards, all that fun stuff. And for Dolph Ziggler, we actually talked to him earlier on tonight before we opened Raw, and we were able to talk to him about his mindset and kind of what his direction, what his focus is going to be in the near future. And he says that, since he's going back to the singles direction here ever since he left Robert Roode, the dead weight, behind him, he plans on showing off what he's very well capable of here in WWE. And we've seen it before. He mentioned winning championships there on SmackDown, having one of the longest reigns as United States champion in SmackDown's history. So he wants to prove that he still has it. Yes, he's gotten up a little older, different looks and everything like that over the years, but he's going to prove him tonight that he can still hang with one of the best, and that being Rey Mysterio. Wait a minute, Rey Mysterio here. Uh-oh, suicide dive, but no, Mysterio. Just, I honestly overshot it, honestly. But surprisingly enough, Dolph Ziggler wasn't able to capitalize at that point in time. That was a big-time gut-wrench suplex there from Dolph Ziggler. If you guys didn't know already, Dolph Ziggler is a WWE mainstay here, especially here on Raw, but definitely a Kent State Hall of Famer there in Kent State University. So when you think of Dolph Ziggler, he's definitely one of the best that we have here on Raw. Yeah, does his wins and losses don't really translate too well? You could say that, yes. But you still got to take Dolph Ziggler very, very serious. And now Rey Mysterio with a brutal DDT there. Trying to hype up this matchup a little bit. Trying to get this matchup going a little bit faster. And if he's starting to do that, this Lucha Libre style, you very well could see Rey Mysterio picking up a big win. Is trying to dial up the 619, as he does. No, he blocked. Dolph Ziggler blocking the phone call, blocking the 619. Will this be enough? No. Ziggler can't believe it. He's got to capitalize, though. Perfect opportunity as now, almost like a coquita clutch, almost like a sleeper hold here. Will this be enough? Will this be enough to put away Rey? Imagine having disrespectfulness of his son a couple weeks ago attacking him. Then, obviously, last week the disrespect from Dominik, and then this week having to tap out. That would just bring down the mood of Rey Mysterio. As now, here we go. Big old suplex there from Rey Mysterio, keeping himself in this matchup so far. That sleeper hold did not slow him down at all. And now Rey off the ropes. Beautiful neck breaker there from Mysterio. It's one of those things that Dolph Ziggler has had trouble in his career, ladies and gentlemen. That is being able to finish off matches as a suicide dive DDT. Beautiful maneuver there from Rey Mysterio. A lot of times you think that, you know, Rey Mysterio can't get any better at his age, and he just continues to show off his, you know, this is innovativeness and his offensive skills. Ziggler tosses him right into the barricade and then hits him with a clothesline. A brief clothesline. May not have been the most effective one at that time, but it sure as heck did enough damage. Now Ziggler with a brutal back suplex. Both men need to get back inside the ring here. Don't want to have a count out here to open up Raw. Back in the ring we go. Ziggler now going to taunt Rey Mysterio. Now Rey Mysterio going to try to put him in his place. Mysterio with a leg drop there. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a bunch of big-time action, including later on tonight. We have Big E, the man that is the #1 contender to the Universal Championship. He is going to be taking on your United States Champion, Gunther, later on tonight in your main event. One of the best main events, honestly, we're going to see in a very long time. Big men slap and meet is what Big E likes to say. And now Rey Mysterio here, throwing Ziggler around here, starting to throw this match up in a direction that Ziggler does not want here. Nice drop kick there now. Mysterio gonna go high risk here. Frog splash, shades of Eddie Guerrero. Is this it? 1, 2, 3 it is. Mysterio with a big win to kick us off here on Monday Night Raw. You get to see that 619 earlier on in the matchup. Beautiful 619, but Ziggler countered. And then back and forth we went later on in the night. And look at this right here to end this matchup. Rey Mysterio with a beautiful frog splash, shades of Eddie Guerrero, and picks up that win. Big win for Rey Mysterio, ladies and gentlemen. And now maybe he can put focus on the singles action and continuing to climb up the rankings here as a WWE Hall of Famer. And like we mentioned, Rey Mysterio, one of the best legends that we have here in all of WWE. And wait a minute, that's Dominik. Dominik Mysterio, his son, here again, looking to put him in his place. Come on, Dominik. Picking the right opportune time after his dad just had one hell of a matchup. And now he's just going to beat down his own dad. This is just horrendous. And then a big clothesline. And the referee, I don't blame her, not wanting to get involved at all. Oh my goodness, this is just horrendous. And Dominik here, telling him, just talking some major trash to his dad here, and over the top we go. Oh my God. What a senton from the top there from Dominik. Rey Mysterio doesn't know what just hit him right now. Tom, can we get some actual security? Like I mentioned, I don't blame the woman referee for not getting involved here, but I think she might be able to maybe intervene of some sort, because this is just going to break down horribly. Oh no, not the steel chair, Dom. Come on, Dom. You sent your message trying to connect with the steel chair. Oh my goodness. And again. Dominik is just going full psychopath right now. Can we seriously get some at least some kind of order right now? Oh no, not a table? Oh God. What in the heck is Dom having in store for his dad? Oh no. Oh my goodness. And now Dom again. Oh, not. What the hell? A ladder now? And now, oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's the father now. The father's trying to fight back. Not what Dominik was expecting here, was it? But now Dominik, just way too much here. Too much damage done. Oh, but Rey now. Back and forth we go again. But again, Dominik. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. Dominik just trying to go for even a pinfall after that. But again. This is not what I was expecting, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely horrendous. And again, a big-time powerbomb as well. Oh, no. This ain't good. This is not good for Rey Mysterio. But luckily, Dominik having something else in mind. Gonna bring him back in. Oh. Looks like Dom might have to reset up that table, but he has something else in store for his dad. Brutal DDT. What does Dom have in store for his dad? Man, this is one of the most brutal beatings you're going to see in a long time. Oh, no. Oh, look at Rey, though. Rey able to block him just in a nick of time. Uh-oh, Rey now. Rey going to toss his son right into that table. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Putting his own son through hell there. Oh, but now Mysterio, his son, is fighting off this time. Oh my goodness. Did you see the whiplash off of that bad boy? Oh no. This ain't good. Oh my. Right in the shoulder blade too. And now Mysterio again. This is just horrific, man. This ain't gonna end well for both men. These guys are laying waste to each other. Dom trying to see what he really wants to do to his own dad. But it's just been way too much by Dominik Mysterio here. Oh no. Not the steel. Not the steel. Oh my goodness. Steel chair to the ribs of his own dad. Putting his dad in his place, and oh my god. Well, we've seen it all tonight. Steel chairs, tables, chairs, ladders, and how fitting is the announce table here. Oh no. Dominik looking to put his dad on the shelf permanently. This is a career-defining moment for Dominik Mysterio. Oh my god. Dominik Mysterio laying waste to his own father. Come on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time ever here in WWE history, the Bella Twins will be taking on the team of Trish Stratus and Lita. two different generations going at it here. Both teams are part-timers, but from what we've seen, it seems like the Bella Twins are coming in here to make it all about them once again here. Nikki and Brie had a previous stint here in WWE years ago, and then just recently coming back, I should say, and they absolutely took out Trish and Lita recently. And this is where we got this matchup, because in just a couple weeks' time, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Trish and Lita challenging Carmella and Zelina Vega for those women's tag team championships. And it seems like we may have another tag team coming to challenge those women. It happens to be the Bella Twins at this time, and the women's divisions are starting to pick up here. And this is a perfect opportunity to see where Trish and Lita kind of stand before they get to that big time pay-per-view of Clash at the Castle. It's going to be first time ever. Cardiff, Wales, Clash at the Castle. A lot of big time matches, and there's going to be a lot of underrated matches. And I'm really looking forward to how Lita and Trish can work together. Two WWE Hall of Famers coming to work together here. Coming back. Is it a long stint? Is it a short stint? We'll have to wait and find out. But nonetheless, it is very well possible that these women could be walking out with those women's tag team championships in just 2 weeks' time. This week, and then next week, obviously, is the big time pay-per-view of Cardiff, Wales, there in Clash at the Castle. But how do you guys think this is going to fare? Can Trish and Lita work well tonight and show us what they're going to be bringing to the table against Carmella and Zelina Vega? Looks like Trish and Brie are going to kick us off here. And oh my goodness! Brie Bella knocking the living crap out of that referee like he owed him money. Absolutely horrendous there. And double knees to the middle of the back. Lita! May have not gotten all of it, but it sure as heck worked. And now off the rebound there, shoulder tackle, clothesline, taking down Lita. All four of these women are WWE Hall of Famers, but we can tell that the Bella Twins are not here for the fans. They are all about themselves, and it seems like I mentioned, getting themselves back into the championship division. They want to become the women's tag team champions. But first off, they got to defeat the #1 contenders, and these two could very well face off against each other down the road again, but next time it could be for those women's tag team championships. But it all comes again down to Cardiff, Wales. And now Brie gonna go for the pinfall. Big time opportunity. Big kick out there from Lita. But earlier on tonight, we were mentioning one of the big matches that we have tonight between Big E and Gunther in your main event. Later on tonight as well, it is gonna be Kevin Owens, your $1 million champion. He'll be in action as he'll be taking on Dominik Dijakovic in a non-title matchup later on tonight. Plus much more in the terms of just plenty good action. Especially we're going to see the Raw Tag Team Champions in action. One half of the Raw Tag Team Champions will be in action as they take on Dexter Lumis. And also Bianca Belair, she'll be taking on Io Sky later on tonight as well in a non-title matchup, as Bianca Belair will get ready to have one of her toughest defenses next week here at the Clash at the Castle pay-per-view when she takes on Alexa Bliss. Referee inadvertently in the way there, but end up costing Lita there. Now pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? Oh, strong kick out for Nikki. She wants to have a strong showing tonight and show that, the Bella Twins mean something here, and certainly they haven't taken a step back. Obviously, Brie had a child, so did Nikki, but that brings that women's strength, that mom strength. So you never know how Nikki and Brie are going to fare here. Brie. What is she thinking? Oh, okay, a little bit of a kind of working that lower back. I don't blame her. It may not have been the biggest move you're going to see from her, but I mean, it's damage at this point in time is definitely going to be helpful. Oh, Lita trying to go for something off the ropes there, but Nikki just, the powerful woman that she is, was able to bounce off. But Lita able to eventually get the upper hand. Lita, suicide dive. Turning Nikki Bella inside out. And just like that, Lita and Trish get the momentum that they much needed right now. Can they keep it up though? Oh, big stomp to the midsection. That is not going to be looking too good. And now Lita is just going to slowly dissect Nikki Bella here at ringside. Doesn't necessarily have to get her in here too much longer. I mean, we don't want to have a count out, but... Oh, down goes Brie as we avoid the count out there. Here comes Nikki Bella, though. Into a swinging neck breaker. And we know Lita's had her fair share of neck issues over her career, so we'll see how that goes. As an STF here from Nikki Bella, will she make Lita tap out? No, Trish is able to break it up, saving her tag team partner. Off the rope we go, and down goes Trish. And just like that, we get it turn it into a handicap match. We'll see if Brie Bella can put away Lita. Now, a lot of things coming into it. This is a big question for me too. Is Trish and Lita 100% after what Brie and Nikki Bella did to them last week? It's not something that you can just easily come back from. I mean, you can sure try your damnedest, but I don't think it's one of those things that you can just easily come back the next week and be like, oh, hey, I'm perfectly fine. You can rehab, you know, you can try to heal all the bruising and stuff, but I just don't think it's going to work out. Ooh, nice bulldog there from Brie Bella. Slowly again trying to put away Lita at any way possible at this very moment. Uh-oh. About to show some Brie mode here. Running knee to the dome. That very well could be enough. Is it enough, though? Trish is right there to break it up, though. And now Brie's going to have to try and think what she needs to do. What is on Brie's mode, or on her mind, big time. Face buster, taking down Lita. But once again, Trish right there. And that's where Brie needs to have that veteran mindset of, okay, hey, I'm way too close to the enemy corner. I should probably get out. But right there, Lita saving herself there, grabbing that bottom rope. I think Trish was literally kind of blocked off there. If I'm Lita, I'd try, at least put my hand out so we get a tag. Or, I mean, rolling out of the ring works as well. And if I'm Carmella and Zelina Vega, I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, hey, we definitely got a chance here. Because, I mean, yeah, a little bit slower, but that, I mean, doesn't necessarily mean that's a bad thing. But I think of what Nikki and Brie are bringing on the table right now, I think Carmella and Zelina Vega definitely have a strong opportunity to... Oh! The mitt kick there from Trish. Is that enough? No. Brie Bella breaking it up. And now Trish has to figure out what she needs to do to put away Nikki. Not too much left in the tank for all four of these women. They put it all on the line so far tonight. Here we go. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? Strong kick out again from Nikki Bella. You can tell the frustration is going through the head of Trish Stratus at this very moment. Because she's thinking, okay, hey, my Trish kick didn't work. My mid kick to the head didn't work. What else do I have to do? It's not the same as it was, 10, 20 years ago. So, got to try to decide what is going to kind of work in her favor. Maybe try... she's not more of a high-risk person, but, I mean, if you have to go out of your repertoire and change it up, do what you got to do. Big stunner there, takes down Lita. Brie Bella taking it to Trish and Lita at this very moment. And again, Trish just putting it all on the line right now. Both of these women, four respected WWE Hall of Famers, but for what the Bella Twins did last week and beating down Trish and Lita like that to send a message, it was absolutely uncalled for. So you could definitely say a lot of respect could be thrown out the window, but maybe for a lot of people it'd be like, hey, you know, they wanted to send a message, they got their point across. Was it the best way to make a point? No, not necessarily, but they did. They're not going to wait at the end of the line for an opportunity. They want to climb all the way to the top. As now Lita gets the hot tag. Here comes Lita. Can she somehow put away Brie Bella right now? Perfect opportunity to try to do that. And I think for Brie's sake, you do not want Lita to start firing herself up here. I think maybe she was maybe thinking for that twist of fate, but obviously Brie Bella just one step ahead, and it's now Nikki Bella getting tagged into the ring. We haven't seen too many powerful maneuvers from Nikki Bella just yet, but we'll have to wait and see if we get that opportunity. Back and forth we go. As here we go, another pinfall opportunity, and Brie again breaking it up. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we also have a tag team matchup between Alpha Academy and A-listers, that being Miz and Logan Paul. We were supposed to see last week the A-listers taking on Miz and Logan Paul, but it turned out that we ended up having a one-on-one contest between Otis and Miz put Otis in his place. But this week on Monday Night Raw, we do get to see some tag team action. And, you know, it's always good to see other tag teams get their opportunities. And it seems like they're, you know, they want to, obviously Otis and Chad Gable want to climb up the rankings. That twist of fate. And look at Brie without even a hesitation coming right in there to break it up. But like I mentioned, A-listers and Alpha Academy will go at it later on tonight. And Lita realizing that Nikki Bella, or I should say Brie, was trying to throw her over the top. She's going to get a tag to one half of the #1 contenders, that being Trish Stratus. But Stratus ate that jumping clothesline. Both of these women right now are at their own end of their table, you could say, in the terms of, you know, you could feel the fatigue going through all of them. And oh, look at this Stratus faction there from Trish Stratus. Is that enough? One, no. Strong kick out from Brie, or Brie breaking it up. Pardon me. It's back and forth we go once again. But amazing night and Clash at the Castle. It's going to be a big time pay-per-view. One of the best here in Universe Mode history, ladies and gentlemen. We got one of the big matches going to be Kevin Owens defending his $1 million championship against Drew McIntyre. Could be a hard-hitting matchup for sure, and very well could be one of the matches of the night if they give it some time there. Also on the Raw side, you got Big E. He is challenging for the Universal Championship. Big E, you know, this feud has gone on from SmackDown to Raw. You know, there was a little bit of time in between those respected rivalries and whatnot, but ultimately coming back to it, even a couple weeks ago, we saw Big E get that opportunity for the Universal Championship and would end up losing to Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt would retain, but in just a week's time, ladies and gentlemen, next week at Clash of the Castle, Big E looks to get a Universal Championship win against Bray Wyatt. And also Imperium, your Raw Tag Team Champions, will be in action as they will be taking on the way Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis. Had a little tag team tournament, or #1 contenders tournament, as of late. But ultimately, the Way would win at the very end, defeating Alpha Academy in the finals. Also, the leader of Imperium, Gunther, he defends his United States Championship in a Fatal 4-Way matchup at Clash of the Castle for the United States Championship. Like I said, it will be Gunther taking on AJ Styles, Austin Theory, and Seth frickin' Rollins. Also, Bianca Belair, she defends her Raw Women's Championship up against Alexa Bliss. So a lot of big marquee matches there, as well as we have a thing that we heard from last week, or the kind of last couple of weeks, because stuff has been building up. But from what we saw last week, Shane McMahon is going to be picking a superstar. Shawn Michaels is going to be picking a superstar. Those superstars will face off against each other at Clash at the Castle. And the winning GM superstar will ultimately have the control of Monday Night Raw. So, hold on a minute, that face buster there. Oh, Trish able to kick out. But, so if Shane McMahon's superstar walks out with a win, that means Shane McMahon wins. If Shawn Michaels' superstar walks out with a win, that means that Shawn Michaels would be your permanent GM. As a pinfall opportunity, is this enough? And it is. The Bella Twins pick up a massive win. You could tell tonight Trish and Alita were, not 100% tonight. And the Bella Twins were in their head. Both teams put it on the line, but tonight the Bella Twins were able to knock off the #1 contenders. Good back and forth matchup, but it was just way too much. Let's look at that maneuver there, and then Nikki Bella would end up eventually putting her away, but big time win for the Bella Twins. We'll see how their future will be faring from now all the way through Clash at the Castle. Ladies and gentlemen, we are backstage. We got some footage for you here as Shane McMahon, the man that will be fighting to still be your Raw general manager and ultimately be the GM, walking out of Clash at the Castle, is backstage here, seen talking to Ricochet. Wonder what that could be, trying to get him, maybe Ricochet, to represent him for Clash at the Castle. It would be very interesting from what we just saw, ladies and gentlemen, if Shane McMahon were to pick Ricochet. Ricochet actually having one of the best singles records here in WWE in the terms of, especially here on Monday Night Raw. But, I mean, honestly, Ricochet would not be a bad choice. A man that criminally underrated and has just not been able to get himself in those big-time championship matches, unfortunately. But especially when The Rock was general manager and he was on SmackDown, Rock kind of brought Ricochet back down to earth. And just, you hate to see that. But I think Ricochet, I feel like I keep saying it, but, Ricochet, criminally underrated, and I definitely see him winning championships, but he's going to have to put it together, I can only say so much, but, we'll see how it goes. As Dakota Kai, Io Sky here tonight. Bayley should be joining them soon, but tonight Io Sky is taking on Bianca Belair in a non-title match. As we wait for your champion, there she is, the EST of WWE and the EST of Monday Night Raw. Bianca Belair has it all, and she's done quite well ever since cashing in that Money in the Bank briefcase the night after WrestleMania. So for, Bianca Belair, she's proven, what she's worth. The potential is there, and she continues to show that every single week. She's had some big wins. Bianca Belair is over Bayley, Charlotte, Doudrop, and she's looking to add Alexa Bliss to that list coming up in just 2 weeks' time. Next week here live at Cardiff, Wales. But Bianca Belair cannot put all her bread in the hand basket right now, or the bread basket, I should say, because she has to focus on this matchup against Io Sky, a former SmackDown Women's Champion in her own right. Referee ringing that bell. Here we go, Bianca and Io Sky. And for Io Sky, picking up a win tonight, that would definitely get her in title contention for sure, because you know, for the track record that Io Sky brings to the table, former SmackDown Women's Champion briefly, as well as a former Women's Tag Team Champion with Dakota Kai. So, Io Sky, definitely one of the best that we have to offer here on Monday Night Raw. And I think personally for Io Sky, we'll see if she continues to impress not just me, but everybody at home. Io Sky here. Oh, able to get enough to take down Bianca Belair. And I think that long hair, the long braid of Bianca Belair would kind of eat her up right there due to her falling back like that as she folds Io Sky there. Dakota Kai just running down, sliding on that apron to get the attention there of Bianca Belair. Dakota Kai not playing around when it comes to that. And just like that, Bianca Belair is in trouble. Oh, well, at that moment she was, but now she is no longer at the moment. Io Sky is in trouble for herself. Maybe we'll see if she kind of a limping there. I don't know if that's going to be anything too bad in her case, but you never know. Pinfall opportunity for Bianca. And I wonder if a little bit of strategy tonight from Bianca is to, obviously she wants to walk into Clash at the Castle 100%, but is it going to be the same kind of strategy that she would do for Alexa Bliss as a drop kick? She has her in the 619 position. Is she actually going to go for a 619? Yes, she does. 619 from Io Sky. And now, springboard drop kick takes down the champion. Just like that, Io Sky turning this around. Going to go for the underhook. Big takedown there, Bianca. Just like that. Are we going to have a massive win here? Yes, we do. Io Sky. Due to the help of Dakota Kai tonight, Io Sky with a massive win. That underhook takedown there, Bianca Belair. This is not what Bianca Belair wanted for her massive title defense coming up next week, but Io Sky impressive tonight. Once again, we are backstage here, and it looks like our camera crew's caught Shawn Michaels, the current general manager, talking to Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler had a tough matchup against Rey Mysterio earlier on tonight, catching a loss, but it's very intriguing as Shawn Michaels trying to recruit Dolph Ziggler to represent him at the Clash at the Castle pay-per-view. We know the comparisons of Dolph Ziggler, Shawn Michaels, the Sweet Chin Music. Is there a possibility here? And now it is time for Austin Theory, Mr. A-Town Down himself, to make his way down to the ring. And look at Austin Theory, able to grow out a full beard. Normally, it's been just a mustache, but Austin Theory able to grow it out pretty fast here. We'll see if that beard will be able to help him out tonight in this triple threat matchup. Obviously, these three superstars, Austin Theory, Seth frickin' Rollins, and AJ Styles, will be in a fatal four-way matchup next week at Clash at the Castle when they challenge Gunther for the United States Championship. I honestly think that's one of the matches that are going to be stealing the show for sure. But tonight, who's going to be able to get some momentum heading in to that matchup next week? Austin Theory, he's very cocky, brash, young superstar, and he's even got that big insurance policy known as Bronson Reed. Been very helpful with his career so far here live on Monday Night Raw, and we'll see if it's going to continue. Will he be walking out of Clash at the Castle with that United States Championship? Or will AJ Styles once again become a former United States champion? His good brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, will be out for a while, but we're being told within the next couple months, AJ Styles will be back. Or not AJ Styles, but the club will be back. So a little bit of, unfortunateness of the club being out of action for a little bit. We'll see, like I mentioned, hopefully in the next month or two they'll be back. But, AJ Styles going back to singles action. which is perfectly fine. I mean, he's always been in singles action, but when he had Gallows and Anderson, you know, didn't mind having him in some tag team action. But, you know, nonetheless, we'll see how AJ Styles is going to be faring tonight, but also next week live at the pay-per-view. Most of these men have been former champions in this, or at least have held on to the United States Championship. Austin Theory has not. He is a former Raw Tag Team Champion, though. So we'll see how Austin Theory will fare heading into his big-time opportunity there at Clash at the Castle. As now here comes Seth frickin' Rollins. Seth Rollins, former United States Champion, losing it to Gunther recently on Monday Night Raw. One hell of a matchup between both of those men. But Rollins, former United States Champion, former Tag Team Champion there on SmackDown. Rollins certainly knows how to get it done in the middle of that ring, ladies and gentlemen. Former WWE Champion as well. But Seth Rollins wants to walk out United States Champion. Who do you guys think is going to be walking out of Clash at the Castle as a United States Champion? Will Gunther be able to survive these other three superstars that are going to be bringing their A game? Or will Gunther be able to, you know, somehow outlast these three superstars? Are you going to have a brash and upcoming superstar known as Austin Theory? Will he be able to steal the show? Will AJ Styles be able to put on a phenomenal show and walk out champion? Or will Seth frickin' Rollins steal the show and walk out once again new United States Champion? And I think tonight, the winner of this matchup, we're certainly going to be able to see for sure who's going to have the most momentum heading in to that matchup. Referee ringing that bell. Here we go. Theory and AJ Styles going at each other first. And look at Rollins. He's going to let those two go at each other. Not going to get involved too early whenever he has to. So look at Theory. Snaps. Suplex, or I should say Fisherman's Suplex. Little by little. Both, or I should say all three men just going to try to dissect each other. Three of the best superstars certainly here on Monday Night Raw. Austin Theory, obviously a younger superstar, has not been in those big-time matches just yet that Seth Rollins and AJ Styles have faced over their big-time career. As Rollins going for that springboard missile drop kick, but obviously Styles and Theory were dealing with something else at that time. It's now Theory and AJ Styles once again gonna go at it, and over the top rope he goes. And now you got two of the best in the world today, Styles, Rollins, going at it as the sling blade is. Theory's got an equalizer with the kendo stick. Rollins thankfully noticed Theory was behind him, because if not, that would be in some serious pain here. Beautiful scoop slam there, and now Styles. Beautiful springboard drop kick, and this matchup is getting very chaotic, very fast. So it looks like Theory and Rollins going to work together. Double punch to the face there of Rollins, or of AJ Styles, pardon me. Not every day you see a maneuver like that. Oh, beautiful kick to the face. Now Theory taking out Rollins. Now Theory has AJ Styles right where he wants him. Big clothesline, and now Austin Theory. Beautiful neck breaker. This young man has it all. But Theory has this situation broken up there. What is Rollins looking to introduce? Looking for an A-Town down there, but kendo stick. Theory now able to move out of the way after a brief kendo shot. And another scoop slam. Theory looking really good right now. I think if Theory throws Rollins out the ring, he could have went for a pinfall on AJ Styles, but Styles able to get himself back up to his feet here. And now Theory taken out of the equation at this very moment. Brought another kendo stick and right to the temple, and again. And those splinters in the temple there of Seth Rollins is not going to be good as a sling blade right there in the kendo. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? No. This is a high-paced back and forth, big-time triple threat matchup. Theory catching him, hitting him with this. Oh, I thought he was going to hit him with that swinging side slam. Rollins going to go with the roll through super kick, and just like that, Theory is out. And look at Styles. He taunting Rollins and Theory. And oh, now another kendo stick. Everybody wants to go kendo stick shopping tonight. Theory gonna get hit with a pedigree. Pedigree from Rollins. Pinfall opportunity. But Styles right there to break it up. Styles is just not gonna let Rollins steal a victory, but surely he'll pin Rollins if he has to. But still plenty to go in this matchup. Still to come tonight, Kevin Owens, your $1 Million champion, is in action against Dominik Dijakovic. As hold on to that thought, another pinfall opportunity, but again, Theory kicking out. But big time matchup there for Kevin Owens, just to put Dominik Dijakovic in his place just a week before a big time title defense up against the Mr. Money in the Bank, that being Drew McIntyre. Forearm takes down Styles at this very moment, but Styles and Rollins, they both know what to bring to the table. And that's what we're talking about right here. Styles flash, busting Rollins wide open. Theory is down and out. 2. No, Rollins kicks out at the very last second. Styles thought he had it. The disbelief on the face of AJ Styles at this very moment. Oh, Theory taking down Styles. A little single leg submission here. Styles could tap out. Seth Rollins, he's still out of it. Doesn't realize it. But Styles, not too much damage done to the ankle and the knee there. But the question is, though, will that come back to bite him at the end of the matchup? That discord knee there, the ripcord knee, whatever you'd like to call it. Now Theory slowly trying to come after Rollins. We saw this earlier on tonight. Rollins getting hit with a roll through neck breaker of sorts, and it is gonna be enough. Austin Theory with a massive win in a triple threat matchup, and with the showing he had tonight, Austin Theory very well could be walking out with the United States Championship. Will it happen? I mean, it's a 25% chance, same as everybody else, but right opportunity, right time, and that's what happened right there with that neck breaker. And got that 2 and that 3. Congratulations to Austin Theory. That left side of his face was getting bruised up, but it was all worth it with the win tonight. The future of Monday Night Raw is right there. We are now back, ladies and gentlemen, as Dominik Dijakovic is making his way down to the ring. And this man right now, one of the most devastating superstars that we have here on Monday Night Raw. And we'll actually, you notice that Cesaro is not here at ringside. And there'll be more of that later. Dominik Dijakovic, though, going to be more of a singles superstar going forward. And you'll be seeing that we'll be having an announcement. There's a major announcement from Shawn Michaels that will be happening later on tonight. We've already seen Shawn Michaels briefly backstage where looks like he was talking to Dolph Ziggler. They're in the medical area. Very curious to see what that was. We saw Shane McMahon in his little locker room area kind of talking to Ricochet. So, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where we might be seeing who's representing who when it comes to that stuff. But we'll have to wait and see where that goes. But we'll be hearing from Shawn Michaels later on tonight. But right now, Dominik Dijakovic takes on the $1 Million champion, Kevin Owens. Next week live at the Clash at the Castle pay-per-view in Cardiff, Wales, this man defends his $1 Million championship against Drew McIntyre. It's going to be one of the best matches on the card for sure. Just two dudes just beating living crap out of each other. There's definitely respect between both men. Two of the top fan favorites on Monday Night Raw, but when push comes to shove, we need a winner. And will that be Kevin Owens, or will Drew McIntyre walk out once again with another win and get himself that $1 Million Championship? Not only is Drew McIntyre the Mr. Money in the Bank for Monday Night Raw, you know, he could get his opportunity by defeating Kevin Owens at Clash of the Castle to become Mr. $1 Million Champion. But time will tell, man. I cannot wait, man. This card, it's getting very good, fast, especially from Raw and SmackDown side of things. But we'll see how this goes. Kevin Owens and Dominik Dijakovic. Referee rings that bell. Here we go. Big haymakers there from Dominik Dijakovic. There'll probably be from times where Dominik Dijakovic kind of brings back different types of gear from his T-bar days, but he's nowhere close to being that, so mind that. As now, wait a minute, Dijakovic trying to go for maybe a choke slam, but Kevin Owens, the prize fighter that he is, he's going to try to put him away, and look how just vicious that was, man. Making that look so easy with that springboard. But there's a lot of changes with the roster coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Shawn Michaels has made major trades. He'll be addressing that and whatnot. We'll be seeing who'll be going where, but definitely some changes will be happening to the roster. So Kevin Owens just running the ropes right now, just kind of see what he wants to do here. Seems like Kevin is not really too sure what he wants to do, and it looks like it might cost him here. Dijakovic with the one-armed powerbombing Kevin Owens. Dijakovic might have him right where he wants him as a big clothesline takes down Mr. Dominik Dijakovic. Kevin Owens again. I don't know what the hell's going on with Kevin Owens. He's trying to go for something off the ropes, but it's just not working out. It's ultimately costing him a bunch in this matchup. And Kevin Owens wants to win this matchup. He needs to stop trying to do whatever he wants to do off that rope. It worked earlier on in the matchup with that springboard, but right now, going to the well too many times against a beast like Dominik Dijakovic, a man that has a huge future here on Monday Night Raw. Let's look at this submission hold here on Kevin Owens. Will Kevin Owens have to tap out? Owens is literally in the center of that ring. And imagine how big of a win this would be for Dominik Dijakovic to walk into Monday Night Raw and knock off the $1 Million Champion. Not only will that help him climb up the rankings for the $1 Million Championship, but hey, I mean, it definitely could get himself a future championship opportunity as now a package pile driver, or powerbomb, pardon me, able to take down Mr. Dijakovic. And look at Owens with a frog splash, making that look oh so easy. And now for Owens, for me, I personally, if I'm Kevin Owens, I go for the pinfall. Obviously, you want to make sure you're 100% heading into next week's pay-per-view matchup. And next week, live, Drew McIntyre will be in action. So we'll see how Drew McIntyre will be faring next week as a stunner to Dijakovic. And that should be it, but Owens not going to go for the pinfall. Very surprising here. As now Owens off the rope into that running senton, but no, Dijakovic with the knees at the very last second. Oh my goodness. Big boot turning Kevin Owens inside out. And now going for a spear to that left knee. Didn't get all of it, but now Kevin Owens with the opportunity here. Big elbow as we continue going back and forth here. And look at Dijakovic doing the right thing, rolling underneath. He knows Kevin Owens is all fired up here. And now Owens with a spear to the outside. And now Kevin Owens going to try to decide what he wants to do. It seems like Owens, he wants to be running the ropes all of tonight. Which, I mean, when you take on a big man like Dijakovic, you got to stay on him. You can't have an off night because Dijakovic will ruin your night very, very quickly. He's now Dijakovic. Oh my goodness, gets hit with a devastating punch. Uh-oh. And now Owens looking to finish off Dijakovic with a stunner. Stunner there to Dijakovic. And now Owens not done yet. Swan, Ton, Bomb. And now Kevin Owens is going to look over Dominik Dijakovic one more time. And another stunner. Another stunner there from Kevin Owens. Now, after beating the living crap out of Dominik Dijakovic in the middle of that ring, now Owens. Uh-oh. What's Owens thinking here? Oh, vicious neck breaker there from Kevin Owens. That has to be it, ladies and gentlemen. But no, not it just yet. Uh-oh. What is on the mind of Kevin Owens? Oh my goodness. What a neck breaker there. And now again, he's not done just yet. Brutal forearm to the back. And now Kevin Owens gonna decide what he wants to do over the top rope. No! Dijakovic moving out of the way. These guys are just grinding each other out at this point. Kevin Owens has done it all to try to put away Dominik Dijakovic, but he's just been too much so far in the terms of just being able to survive. And now Kevin Owens is just going to try to see what he got to do. He's hit multiple stunners on this man. There's a little bit of snake eyes right there in the hardest part of the apron. For Kevin Owens, he's facing off with one of the toughest tests in a very long time. But this is a perfect opportunity, honestly. This is what Kevin Owens needs before next week's matchup with Drew McIntyre. Going with that basement drop kick to that left knee. Didn't get all of it, but presumably he got enough of it. As both of these men continuing to go at it, kind of feeling each other out. These last couple moments of this matchup, it's just to the point to where they're trying to figure each other out, because they've laid out a bunch of stuff in the terms of big, powerful maneuvers, finishers that would normally put away any other opponent. But tonight, it just has not been enough for either opponent. Kevin Owens is doing his damnedest against Dominik Dijakovic, but Dijakovic, over these last couple months, learning under John Cena briefly, then teaming with Cesaro as well, that has helped him out. But with Dijakovic going back to just being a singles competitor, and with him just growing as a competitor too, I think the future is definitely bright for this big man, Dominik Dijakovic. And right now, he's, with these big boots, just running roughshod multiple times to the dome. And Dijakovic, springboard crossbody, takes down the $1 Million champion. And like I've said before, if Dijakovic can pick up a massive win over Kevin Owens, the $1 Million champion, this will start, making him climb up those rankings, man. Doesn't matter what championship he may be trying to go for as he gets turned inside out. As Owens, beautiful DDT, spiking him inside out. Now Kevin Owens needs to stay on Dijakovic though, because once Dijakovic he starts moving around like a freight train, Kevin Owens could be in trouble. Oh, Kevin Owens. Looking for that package power bomb, but Owens gonna get hit with the Alabama slam. Dijakovic connecting with a perfect reversal. And now Kevin Owens is just going to have to dig down deep here, going to figure out what he has to do to put away Dijakovic. Dijakovic has seen it all tonight, and he's putting on one hell of a show here. Win, lose, or draw tonight, Dijakovic is looking like a star. Springboard DDT. Every time I see Kevin Owens, he continues to impress me. One of the biggest stars all in WWE, former NXT champion. And he has done it all. As a big stunner out of nowhere once again. Will it be enough this time? 2, 3, yes it is. Kevin Owens had to dig down deep tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But tonight, he is able to knock off Dominik Dijakovic. What a bout between both of them. Stunner at the last moment there to put away Dominik Dijakovic. And this is what Owens needs as he heads in to his big-time championship defense against Mr. Money in the Bank, Drew McIntyre, next week at Clash at the Castle. Time is ticking, Big E. and it's coming up very, very shortly. There's not much room for you on this Raw roster, Big E, especially you, Xavier, Kofi. Time will tell, but it will not be on the good side of time, ladies and gentlemen, and I can guarantee you that. I already took out Xavier Woods. If you don't remember, we can show a clip for you, Big E, but I'm pretty sure you do remember. And time will tell when I decide to take out your little buddy, Kofi Kingston. And I know there's rumors about Xavier Woods possibly maybe trying to show up for a Clash at the Castle, but if I were him, that's probably not the best idea. He's not going to be even close to 100%. And if I got my hands back on him, oh my goodness, if he thinks his injuries were bad now, it would be twice as bad. Everyone, and I do mean everyone, wants Big E to be the next Universal Champion. Everyone's rooting for him to knock me off, but I've only gotten stronger. Yeah, when we feuded before, Big E had my number when we were on SmackDown, but on Raw I've been a whole different person. And now, since I've been Universal Champion, I've stepped up my game. And so has Big E, but he has no chance with me or my Wyatt family. You can do all you want, Big E, from now all the way to the Clash at Castle. But this darkness is going to continue to rise over Monday Night Raw. That power of positivity crap is going to be thrown out that window, and the power of positivity dies at Clash at the Castle. And good luck tonight, by the way, against Gunther. You're going to need it. Maybe you should be more like Gunther, Big E. Maybe you'd have a major threat at taking my Universal Championship, but since you're not as good as Gunther, I highly doubt you'll even have a chance. Especially since what I did to you a couple weeks ago in Extreme Rules matchup, you have no chance in dethroning and taking my Universal Championship away from me. Strong words there from your Universal Champion, Bray Wyatt. And you know how Bray Wyatt is. He's a man of his word, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of the most dangerous superstars that we have here. And like you mentioned before, 2 weeks ago was an Extreme Rules matchup between Big E and Bray Wyatt for the Universal Championship. Bray Wyatt was able to retain his championship in that matchup, but we'll see how he fares next week. And you know, he's saying the power of positivity, it ends at Clash at the Castle. I'm kind of curious what he means by that. But, you know, we'll see how that goes. But now we get to see one half of the number one contenders, Dexter Lumis. He'll be in action here next, taking on one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions. That one being Ludwig Kaiser. And just next week here at Clash at the Castle, it's going to be a sold-out venue. It's going to be a big-time event for the Raw Tag Team Champions Imperium, taking on the Way, Johnny Gargano, former WWE Champion, former NXT Champion, former NXT Tag Team Champion. And we'll see how they fare next week live at Clash at the Castle. But this week and next week, we're going to get a little taste of what's going to be in store. Next week, it's going to be Giovanni Vinci. He'll be in action taking on Johnny Wrestling next week here live on Monday Night Raw. And normally Gunther would be out here with his boys, but Gunther is in the main event tonight as he takes on Big E one-on-one. It's going to be one heck of a matchup, man. I cannot wait for those guys. Big men slapping me. Like I mentioned before, what Big E loves to watch, just big dudes just beating living crap out of each other, going to war. And that is what we're going to see live coming up tonight in your main event of the evening. Still to come, though, tonight, we have some tag team action as Alpha Academy take on the A-listers Logan Paul and The Miz. And that's bound to be a slobber knocker for sure. Both teams looking to climb up the tag team rankings here. Logan Paul being taken under The Miz's wing. And so we'll kind of see how that's going to fare. Yes, they lost into the tag team tournament, but there's definitely potential there in the tag team division for Miz and Logan Paul. Miz obviously is going to try to do anything in his power to, we all know what Logan Paul is, a social media megastar and all that, but you got Miz. He's going to try to capitalize on that and make it all about him. But, we'll see if he can actually do that and if he'll lead them to any tag team championships in the near future. But here we go in some singles action here. Kaiser and Dexter Lumis. Dexter Lumis is just so underrated, man. He's very dangerous, not a man that talks whatsoever, but he's a man that can be understood by Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, and the way is they're going to be a huge pillar in this tag team division. Johnny Wrestling working with Dexter Lumis ever since Austin Theory decided to turn their back on him. For Theory, I mean, he's gotten better, so I guess it just means that Gargano was holding him down, according to Theory anyway. But, Austin Theory has done a lot better, especially with the insurance policy known as Bronson Reed. Theory has done quite well. He even picked up a massive win tonight in that triple threat match, defeating Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. It's just absolutely crazy when you think about just how good those guys are going to be in that triple threat match, like what we saw. But imagine how it's going to be in just over a week's time, where we see Gunther being added to that. And look at that over the top rope, Dexter Lumis. Not something you normally would want to see from Dexter Lumis, but this man is full of surprises. Let's look at Dexter Lumis going to town on Ludwig Kaiser here. Kaiser is in trouble right now. Dexter Lumis looking really good here. Just wrenching in on that left knee, just twerking it out of place, whatever he has to do. And obviously the way they want to walk out with massive wins this week and next week here live on Raw. Next week will be the go-home show for Monday Night Raw. Plenty of big-time action. Like we mentioned before, Drew McIntyre will be live next week here. He'll be in action. Cannot wait to see how that goes. He is going to be the man that's challenging Kevin Owens for his $1 million championship. Kevin Owens had a tough task tonight trying to take down Dominik Dijakovic, and he was able to. So we'll see how Drew McIntyre will fare in singles action next week here live. As well as, like we mentioned before, Giovanna Vinci of Imperium. He'll be taking on former WWE champion Johnny Gargano live next week. And Alexa Bliss will be here live next week. She'll be in action. And, I mean, there's going to be so much build up to that card next week. And I'm being told that Dominik Mysterio will be live here next week. And we are going to actually have ourselves a live face-to-face between Dominik Mysterio and Rey Mysterio. It's going to become very combustible, ladies and gentlemen. Rey Mysterio was able to outlast Dolph Ziggler earlier on tonight. And after that, Dominik Mysterio would just absolutely decimate his father, pardon me. They would go back and forth for a little bit, but Dominik Mysterio just way too much. He would end up hitting a frog splash through the table, the announce table. Thankfully, we have top-tier staff that was able to put up the table right away. But it's just crazy how this feud between father and son is going. And now a little bit of a Anaconda Vice type of situation here from Lumis. Will Lumis make Ludwig Kaiser tap out here? Center of that ring, nowhere to go. But look at Kaiser with those big knees at the back of the skull. Look at this. Vinci right there trying to get in the head of Dexter Lumis. And now Ludwig Kaiser going with that springboard dropkick, missing out. Now Lumis with the pinfall. 2, 3 it is. That springboard dropkick was not able to connect it. Maybe he landed awkwardly, and it just, also you could say that submission hold there, right there, was ultimately, look at this right here. Bam, he missed it. He had a rough landing there, and it wasn't a pretty win, but a win is a win for the way. And Dexter Lumis with a massive win tonight live on Monday Night Raw next week, Giovanni Vinci versus Gargano. It is time for your co-main event of the evening. The A-listers Miz and Logan Paul take on Alpha Academy Chad Gable and Otis. And it's all about climbing up those tag team rankings, ladies and gentlemen. Miz, for him, taking Logan Paul under his wing, looking to climb up the tag team rankings as well as, make Logan Paul even a bigger star. And obviously, Miz wants to stay relevant. We'll see how that will fare for the Miz. But tonight he's going to be facing off with two tough men like Otis and Chad Gable. Chad Gable and Otis, man, these guys are really tough, especially when you think about what Chad Gable brings to the ring, man. Just that athletic ability, that Olympic ability, just crazy. Just brings so much to the table, and it's one of those things when you look at it on paper, Chad Gable and Otis should run through Miz and Logan Paul, but when you see how Logan Paul and Miz are, that cocky arrogance, Miz is just very underhanded and everything like that. It's just, you can't put it past Miz and Logan Paul picking up a big win tonight. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a big win for Alpha Academy, but, for me, I think Miz and Logan Paul need this win more than Alpha Academy. Alpha Academy, yes, they want to climb up the rankings, get next in line for the tag team championships, but for a new tag team that has not been around for too long, for less than a month, you got to think about, obviously, what to build up wins and a track record. You think about the A-listers needing a win more. And for Chad Gable, for him, most of his career has been in the tag team division. When he first came in here to WWE, it was Alpha Academy, it was Chad Gable and himself and Jason Jordan. They're multi-time tag team champions here on Monday Night Raw. Then he would kind of go to singles career for a little bit, kind of figure himself out. Then ultimately he would join up a couple of years after, doing singles action and all that stuff. Chad Gable would end up joining Cruise Control, and he was good friends with Otis. Otis, unfortunately, he was in Heavy Machinery. There was potential there, but ultimately didn't work out at the end of the day, and Otis ended up getting recruited to Cruise Control. Cruise Control would work out for a long time, become tag team champions and everything like that, but then ultimately Chad Gable and Otis woke up as the referee rings the bell. Miz and just decimating the referee there. But like I mentioned, it's one of those things where, when Chad Gable and Otis woke up finally saying that, they didn't need Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews brainwashed them, especially Chad Gable and everything like that. And Chad Gable trying to finally wake up and starts this Alpha Academy, this wrestling academy there. It's a big headbutt there from Otis. And it's just one of those things where you want it to, you kind of want to root for them, even if, Chad Gable had a bad track record of, being in Cruise Control and all this other bad decisions. It takes a while to try to trust somebody, but, eventually you're able to open up and realize that, there's potential in this guy. He's able to change his career around. Both these guys were formerly fan favorites, then they went down that dark path with Cruise Control. Then eventually, they're back to in the saving grace of all the fans. Referee only able to get a 1 count there. And for Logan Paul, proven point right now. Logan Paul, yes, he may not be here on Monday Night Raw every single week, but being in these tag team matches and kind of showcase what you want to bring to the table. When Logan Paul came here, he said he's willing to start from the bottom to get to the very top of WWE. And he said if he has to be here on Monday Night Raw every single week to start out with, to get his bearings and everything, he said he was perfectly fine with that. And Miz offered to take him under his wing And that is what he's currently doing. Obviously, Logan Paul accepted. Ultimately, will it be good for Logan Paul? I mean, it does fit the cocky arrogance of Logan Paul. So we'll I don't know, we'll kind of wait and see how it's going to be faring, ladies and gentlemen. It will be a good choice for Logan. Personally, I think these guys are perfect matches. You get a social media megastar like Logan Paul, big-time YouTuber, the big social media presence. Then you got Miz, one of the best in the world, despite, you know, his actions and everything like that, cheating to win. That is what Miz is known for. Miz is a former Intercontinental Champion, former European Champion, so he does have the pedigree of a champion. But, you know, does it... Oh, wait a minute, he's telling us to shoosh. Hold on a minute, you gotta be quiet real quick. Chad Gable's trying to put away Miz here, but telling everybody to shoosh real quick didn't really work out in his favor. Because now Chad Gable with the underhook suplex. Able to only get a 1 count, but I think if Gable does that later on in the night, I think Gable might be able to pick up a win there. As now Logan Paul getting that tag in and a devastating neck breaker. As we itch closer to our big-time main event for the first time ever, Big E taking on Gunther in a non-title matchup. Former Intercontinental Champion and currently the #1 contender for the Universal Championship. Big E takes on your United States Championship holder, Gunther. Gunther defends in a fatal 4-way match next week live at the Clash at the Castle pay-per-view against AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, and Austin Theory. Austin Theory earlier on tonight picked up a massive win in a triple threat matchup over AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. Logan Paul getting those grooves going right there. Big punch there to Gable. And I think, like I mentioned before, you know, this is a win tonight will definitely help out the confidence of Logan Paul, but also it gets some confidence in the tag team division, and ultimately, more than likely, with a win tonight, they will climb up the tag team division. And big old suplexes, and it looks like we're going to see the 3 amigos here from Logan Paul. And oh, look at just the arrogance right now to even go for the pinfall. It's just you just hate to see that. As Logan Paul trying to attack Otis there. Not something you can just easily do to a big man. As Chad Gable coming right back in the ring, but Logan Paul saw him in the side of his eye. And look at these kidney punches right to Chad Gable. Before our massive main event, ladies and gentlemen, between Big E and Gunther, we're going to hear from Shawn Michaels. As, like I mentioned before, there is a major trade going on for Monday Night Raw. We're going to see the superstars that are going to be going, who are going to be leaving Monday Night Raw and going elsewhere. Otis tossing Logan Paul back in the middle of the ring. Chad Gable focusing on Miz here. Probably not the best ideas. Logan Paul now attacking Otis. Both teams are feeling it right now, going back and forth right now. Chad Gable trying to maybe bait Logan Paul to come on out here. One of the best amateur wrestlers, Olympic gold medalist. Chad Gable is one of the best around as he tosses Logan Paul like he's nothing. I do see some serious gold around Chad Gable's waist, not just the tag team championships, but I do see in his future, I don't know how long in the future, but I definitely see Chad Gable winning a championship like a United States Championship or Intercontinental Championship or any of those big-time championships here on Monday Night Raw. As Chad Gable looking to go high risk, but look at that, saving a tag there. We got Miz tagged in, Otis tagged in. And if you guys remember last week here, we saw Otis and Miz go at it. Miz was able to take down Otis quite fast, honestly. So we'll see how it fares in this next couple minutes. Can Otis pick up I guess we could say a revenge win over Miz? Because at first last week it was supposed to be Otis and Chad Gable taking on the A-listers, but obviously it ended up turning into Miz taking on Otis. As now into the corner we go. Uh-oh. Otis just going to spear the living crap out of him. But be very careful right now if you're Miz. You were not in the best position right here. Here we go, pinfall opportunity. I think Logan Paul is still down and out at ringside, but the A-lister is able to stay in it. But for how much longer is the question? Is Logan Paul finally stirring up to his feet? It would have been a perfect opportunity for Otis to try to put away the A-listers while Logan Paul was down, so he wouldn't be able to come into the ring and break it up. Chad Gable helping out his tag team partner. That 1-2 punch there from Chad Gable and Otis working quite well there. As Gable gets tagged in the ring, let's see if he can maybe put away the Miz here. Just kind of slowly dissect the Miz. Oh my goodness. It may not be the most devastating move of all time, but just slowly working on the limbs and the body to maybe set up a submission later on the matchup. That's not a bad idea, especially when you go later on in the matchup. Those little maneuvers will definitely come back to help you out. And just like that, Logan Paul had to go around the referee, took the long way around. And just like that, Alpha Academy picks up a win over the A-listers. Big win for Alpha Academy. That is what the Alpha Academy need to do. Just climb up the rankings. A big win for Otis and Chad Gable, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see them as future tag team champions? Plenty of potential with this tag team with Alpha Academy. Cannot wait to see how they will be faring in the near future. Just before our big time massive main event here to close Monday Night Raw, just had a quick announcement regarding the Clash at the Castle pay-per-view. So obviously you've guys seen throughout the night that I've had a meeting with Dolph Ziggler and Shane's had a meeting with Ricochet, and I can go ahead and confirm to you now, both sides have come to an agreement. Shane McMahon has officially picked Ricochet, and I have officially picked Dolph Ziggler to represent me in our matches for next week at Clash at the Castle. So if I win, or I should say if Dolph Ziggler wins his match at Clash of the Castle, I will still be the Raw General Manager. But if somehow Ricochet defeats Dolph Ziggler, Shane McMahon will once again become your Raw General Manager. And to kind of up the stakes next week, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a tag team match between myself and Dolph Ziggler taking on the team of Shane McMahon and Ricochet here live on Monday Night Raw. And I'm even going to up the ante for that tag team matchup. The winning team for next week will be able to pick the stipulation for the matchup. So if I win our matchup, Dolph Ziggler will be able to pick the stipulation for his match against Ricochet. But if Shane and Ricochet win next week against us, Ricochet will be able to pick the stipulation for his matchup against Dolph Ziggler at Clash at the Castle. And now that that's over with, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a major focus to a major trade that I had with NXT. That is right. We are trading 4 superstars over to NXT. Samoa Joe, Sting, Cesaro, and Keith Lee. 4 of those superstars are making their way down to NXT. And we will let you guys know at a later date the official trade that we got back from NXT. And you guys are probably wondering why I got rid of Samoa Joe, Sting, Cesaro, and Keith Lee and decided to trade them over to NXT. Why not? These guys have still plenty of potential. Sting is still planning on wrestling all the way to WrestleMania weekend. Samoa Joe has so much potential. Cesaro and Keith Lee have unlimited potential. And I wanted to give them a platform to do that. And obviously with what Monday Night Raw needs, there's a lot of younger superstars that need to develop. This Raw roster is still in good hands despite this trade, and don't worry, I will make sure we get plenty in return for this trade, and we'll fully, like I mentioned, at a later date, let you guys know what Monday Night Raw is getting. But at this time, right now, NXT from Monday Night Raw is getting Samoa Joe, Sting, Cesaro, and Keith Lee. Good luck down there, guys. Tear it down. But now it is time to get ready for your massive main event. It is time for your main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Big E making his way down to the ring with Kofi Kingston. And could this be the end of the power of positivity? According to Bray Wyatt, it is going to be the end of power of positivity coming up at the Clash at the Castle pay-per-view. And he says the darkness will continue to rise live here on Raw. And obviously Xavier Woods still out due to the injuries that he sustained on Monday Night Raw a couple weeks ago. And we're still just not in the loop fully of when Xavier Woods will be officially back. From what we understand, he's trying to push to make a comeback to be in the corner of Big E at Clash at the Castle, but I don't know fully if that means he's going to be able to, if that's a plan officially still. We'll have to wait and find out, but at least Big E has his brother Kofi Kingston here at ringside with him to bring that power of positivity. And tonight they're going to need that power of positivity because they are going to be facing off with the United States champion, that being Gunther. And Gunther is going to be accompanied by his crew of people as we listen to them.
Executed by unprecedented precision, a diabolical athlete who will stop at nothing to uphold the integrity and honor of this great sport. Der Ringgeneral Gunther.
And here comes the Ring General, Gunther. Gunther is your United States champion, ladies and gentlemen. Ludwig Kaiser making his way down to the ring with him. I believe Giovanni Vinci should be accompanying Gunther down to the ring, but Gunther has held that United States Championship for a couple weeks now, knocking off Seth Rollins a couple weeks ago in a hard-hitting matchup. Gunther was just way too much for Seth Rollins. But when it comes to a fatal four-way matchup, ladies and gentlemen, will it be, the end of a reign for Gunther? And we all know how Gunther reacted when he lost the $1 Million Championship. He straight out snapped, and he let everybody know who exactly he was coming after and what championship belt he was coming after. And obviously, we see what he has now. He has that United States Championship. He did not wait until Clash at the Castle. With how dominant Gunther has been ever since then, unfortunately losing that $1 Million Championship. Now he's looking to make the United States Championship even more prestigious than what it already is. But two men beating living crap out of each other in your main event here live. Referee rings the bell. Gunther, Big E, first time ever here in WWE. It's all over the power and strength of Big E, making that look oh so easy, just tossing him up in the air like that. And Big E now, brutal powerbomb. This is what Big E needs to do. Obviously, Big E's not going to be scared of a man like Gunther. You got to come right after a man like Gunther. You cannot back down. Yes, you're going to have your fair share of shots to the chest. We all know Gunther loves chopping living crap out of his opponent's chest and everything. But, it's one of those things where I think Big E knows how to handle himself quite well. No, look at Gunther right to the face here. Oh, an eye rake. Referee being very lenient right now. As, Gunther, as he decided here to do to Big E. Oh my goodness, bouncing his head right off that top rope. But we do have to really talk about what we just heard from Shawn Michaels about that big trade of 4 big-time Raw superstars making their way to NXT. And it's one of those things when you see it, ladies and gentlemen. It's not an everyday thing that you see the superstar presence of a Keith Lee, Sting, Samoa Joe, and even a Cesaro going over to NXT. And for Shawn Michaels, he's being very quiet on what he is getting back in return. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But right now, NXT getting that trade, and Monday Night Raw, Shawn Michaels saying, hey, he completely likes his roster at how it is right now after that trade. I mean, he definitely has something in mind, and especially talking about Shawn Michaels, he officially picked Dolph Ziggler, and now we know Shane McMahon picked Ricochet to represent each other. So I'm very curious how that's going to be. Ricochet versus Dolph Ziggler, both men representing the you could say the wannabe GM. Shawn Michaels currently is the Raw general manager. Shane looking to get his job back as Raw general manager. So we'll see how it fares. And next week here live, first time ever, Shawn Michaels will be teaming up with Dolph Ziggler to take on Ricochet and Shane McMahon. The winner of that tag team matchup will be able to pick the stipulation. So if Ricochet team wins, Ricochet picks the stipulation. If Dolph Ziggler's team wins, then Dolph Ziggler gets to pick the stipulation. So a lot of big things. Oh my goodness, what a chop. And well, Gunther was trying to go for that pinfall, but obviously the ropes had, or I should say the feet of Big E just were way too long here. Uh-oh, a sleeper hold here to put away Big E. Will Big E tap out? Nowhere to go. Almost like a Coquita clutch of sorts here to Big E. Will he have to tap out? Nowhere to go. But look at Big E not going to back down from Gunther. My question is, how much did it take out of Big E? Oh my goodness! What in the heck did we just witness? Big E just powering Gunther like it's that dang easy. But for Big E, you cannot let a man like Ludwig Kaiser get in your head right there, because it gets Gunther right back in your matchup. Especially how Big E was looking there. Big E had the momentum. And Gunther talking all that trash right now. Big E thought maybe he could go after Kaiser. As both men face to face, big elbow. Wait a minute, Big E gonna work on the hips there and just toss him around like a paperweight. And if you guys are just tuning in, this is your main event of the evening. A lot of chaos going on tonight as Gunther, big powerbomb into the pinfall. Is that enough? Yes, it is. Gunther picks up a win over Big E. Big time win for Gunther as he continues to climb up the rankings here in WWE as one of the best. Gunther defeats Big E tonight in your main event. And sure as heck cannot get any better for Gunther as he defends his championship next week here live at Clash at the Castle. As Big E rolling out of the ring, Gunther on stage there is, wait a minute, there's the Universal Champion, Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt from behind attacking Kofi Kingston. Bray Wyatt mentioned earlier on tonight that Kofi Kingston more than likely would no longer be part of that power of positivity, and it looks like Bray Wyatt is going to be looking to take him out of the situation. He's going to try to make sure that this situation coming up at Clash at the Castle is going to be all about him and Big E. No one else. Part of that power of positivity. Oh my goodness, again. Kofi Kingston down and out. And what the hell? Now a table? What in the hell is Bray Wyatt trying to do now? This ain't good. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Choke slam! Choke slam through the damn table. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god. It's absolutely horrendous. And now Bray looking to fly here. Oh god, what the Bray? What the hell are you trying to do, Bray? Bray Wyatt. Oh my goodness. Shoulder tackle again. Bray Wyatt not playing around. And now again, Bray Wyatt That psychopath looking to try to end this power positivity crap for once and for all and again. Just, are you guys witnessing what we're seeing right now? Those shoulder tackles, his head is bouncing off that LED barricade with just a bunch of velocity. And now, oh, look at this. Bray Wyatt making this look, oh, so easy. Biggie is still down and out at ringside. You wonder why Kofi can't get any help right now is just due to that. Biggie is in a tough test against Gunther. Gunther is in a whole different ball game than what we could see. It seemed like Bray Wyatt was looking for another damn weapon. That's all that he needs. And now Bray. Oh God, what's Bray Wyatt have in store here? Oh no, 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 no. Oh my goodness. Bray Wyatt with a Uranagi type of maneuver, laying waste to Kofi Kingston, but he's still not done yet. Oh my God, this is just horrendous, ladies and gentlemen. I was hoping we wouldn't get to this day, but of course Bray Wyatt is going to do everything in his power to take out Kofi Kingston in a DDT. God damn it. You guys may want to shield your fellow loved ones at home. Look at Kofi. Kofi's trying to showboat in the face of Mr. Bray Wyatt. And now both men trying to go at each other. Kofi now trying to battle back. Kofi trying to have that little bit of adrenaline rush right now. Here comes Kofi. And now, trouble in paradise. Trouble in paradise there from Kofi. Kofi not going to go down without a freaking fight. And that's what you got to love about Kofi. Uh-oh. Kofi. What's he doing? Uh-oh. He's setting up the table. What is Kofi thinking? Oh my goodness. No. Oh my goodness. Through the damn table. Through the table. And now, another trouble in paradise. And now, maybe looking to put the final touches on this. No, there's more kicks. More kicks on display. But just like that, no, Sister Abigail. Sister Abigail. Out of nowhere. Bray Wyatt ate a little bit of a comeback there from Kofi Kingston, but ends up laying waste to Kofi for once and for all here. This is just horrific right now. And now Bray Wyatt just ultimately decimating Kofi Kingston here. And now a little bit of a mandible claw. Mandible claw there to Kofi Kingston. This is just something unheard of, man. He is a own monster, ladies and gentlemen. It's not something you'd ever want to see. And no, not another one, Sister Abigail. Just for good measure. This is hard to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Bray Wyatt sending a message to Kofi, Big E, Xavier, every single member of the Power of Positivity. Bray Wyatt says the darkness will continue to reign here on Monday Night Raw. And I definitely see why, because it's just going to get worse and worse. Bray Wyatt, a one-man wrecking crew tonight. And where in the hell is Bray Wyatt taking Kofi Kingston at this very moment? I guarantee this is not going to be good whatsoever. Oh my God, we're going backstage now. Oh my God, we got cameras back here finally. And it seems like we're not done yet. We are not done yet. I was hoping this would be done and over with, but it seems like Bray Wyatt has something in store for us. I don't know what the hell he's thinking about doing, but I guarantee you it won't be anything good. Oh no, not a table. Come on, man. Oh my God. This is This is something I was not hoping we'd see, ladies and gentlemen, but it is something we're having to deal with. You would want to think that we'd end Monday Night Raw with Gunther defeating Big E, but Bray Wyatt wants to end Big E and the power of positivity. This is just horrific, ladies and gentlemen. It's down he goes, and now Bray Wyatt climbing up top here. I don't know what the hell he is thinking. This is not where you want to be, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, now Bray Wyatt taunting Kofi, and look at Kofi. He's having trouble just standing right now. But Kofi, I don't know if this is the best idea for Kofi Kingston. He's gonna try to go up to this monster and try to come right after. Look at Kofi. He's trying, but no, it's not in the favor of Kofi Kingston. Oh my goodness, throwing him up right against that, I guess you could say, the railing of sorts. And now Bray Wyatt, oh my goodness, look at this, the power and strength of Bray Wyatt being on display here. Again, Bray Wyatt, oh my god, oh my goodness, Kofi is not going to even be able to make it to the Clash at the Castle pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen. This is not going to be good. Oh no. Oh no. This ain't good. This ain't good. Oh my god. Just a brutal powerbomb there from Bray Wyatt. And now Bray Wyatt going to try to toss him over the edge here. Kofi Kingston, luckily, he knows where he's at. No, oh my god. Oh my god. Kofi Kingston has been thrown off into the lighting. Oh my god. What in the hell did we just witness? Somehow, some way, Kofi, he doesn't even know where the hell he's at, but he's somehow right there, trying to fight back. But my question is, how in the hell is he still there? Oh no 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 no! Uranagi from Bray Wyatt, as Bray Wyatt ends the night laying out Kofi Kingston.